everyone, Allison here, and this is episode 3 of Conversations with the Overlight. In this episode, I actually thought up some questions this time. So what do you ask yourself when you're talking to your soul? What do you think about Lemuria and Atlantis? What do you have to say about COVID-19? And what do you have to say about a global cataclysm such as a cyclical event like a pole shift? Let's just say supposedly there are all of these things people would wonder about. Well, now that I'm talking to myself, what do I have to say about that? If you haven't seen episodes 1 and 2, just a brief overview. I watched a mainstream movie. At this point, I guess it doesn't really matter what it was. As I understand, anyone could get triggered to talk to themselves and their own soul in a certain way by other mechanisms. Doesn't have to be a movie. It could be watching my videos. I don't know. But after the movie, I just wanted so badly to remember myself and my soul and who I am inside. And so I just started talking to this aspect of what I understand is an aspect of me. Just further on up the line of my spiritual self. Hope it's entertaining. I put episodes 1 and 2 up on YouTube on this day of Thanksgiving in 2021. It's already gotten a few views. Apparently other people don't have much else to do on Thanksgiving. A few other people think it's a fun idea to watch some crazy videos of me talking to myself. So here we go again. Episode 3. It's probably the last one I'm gonna make today. I actually came prepared with questions. Greetings in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. Back again for more musings of the cosmic universe. I see. Well, it's episode 3. I just figured I would make 3 the first time. It seems like a nice magic number. And this time, I came prepared with questions because I've been so stumped about what to ask. So the first one is, if I'm talking to my soul, what do you have to say about these civilizations? They seem mystical. In our culture and society, people call them Atlantis and Lemuria. Ah, yes. People call them Atlantis and Lemuria. Perhaps that was not what they called themselves. Do you think that people in, let's say, 1,000 or 20,000 or 50,000 years are going to call you something that they can understand? Of course, you didn't specify any specific information that you wanted to know about Atlantis and Lemuria. You just wanted to know if I had anything to say about it. I suppose I would like to pique people's imaginations that there have been many more civilizations, such as yours, and much more advanced on the face of your planet. Some people, certain people, perhaps not those who would be talking about Atlantis and Lemuria, may believe that, excuse the term, but that humans in the present day are the best thing since sliced bread. But, as many listening to this may well know, there have been civilizations on the face of this planet that are much more advanced than the comfortable, nice, sliced bread of peanut butter and jelly sandwich that you eat today. No, these people, they were eaters of organic food. Perhaps some of them were also vegetarian. They had lives just like you have. They had concerns. They had their own worries and fears just as you do. It was but another time and another place, and there will be again other times and other places that come after yours, on into the continuum of the timelines and of life. I hope I have sufficiently answered an inquiry for some out there on Atlantis and Lemuria. Perhaps I have not answered to some satisfaction of others, but perhaps I have given a message to ponder, some thoughts over these civilizations that people have only memories of in the myths of their culture. I think that was good. I think some of these questions I thought maybe people might want to know about. I thought maybe, what if someone else just sat down with their soul and started having a conversation? What would they ask them? So the next one is, what do you think about COVID-19? I know what Allison likes to tell people she thinks, just to get them thinking. I like to tell people, well, viruses think they're doing a good job by weeding out weak genetics so they don't spring out more offspring and proliferate these weak genetics. But we have all these vaccines and we're doing all these things to stop this natural order of viruses, so maybe they're just getting more angry and more capable of killing us or whatever. Some people think that it was designed and engineered by our own, surface populace or whatever, but that's what I tell people when they ask me like stuff like what I think about it, or if I'm gonna get all my shots and stuff. I don't know. It's just something I say to ponder people's minds. Well, what do you think? And I know it can be a controversial subject, so again, I guess I'm not asking for any specific information. Just what do you have to say about that? I like your explanation of it. That viruses got more angry. They got better at killing people. No, that... Well, yes and no. In a sense, people got better at killing people. And this is not to say anything about this certain virus, COVID-19 in particular, but the outside reality, the outer reality, is a reflection of what is inside. Our internal experience, our internal locus of the logos that is perpetuating our reality. It is a reflection on the outside. So in a sense, when people got better at killing people in their hearts, whether or not your people made COVID-19 or not, all are chosen to believe what they'd like. If that verbiage doesn't make any sense, perhaps it will speak to you in some other form. But if people were not so passive or fervent or capable of doing harm to other people, then this thought concept of COVID-19, this virus that is COVID-19, putting people in the hospital, forcing their graduation upon the next dimension, this virus wouldn't stand a chance if people were not caring for the whole. Now, this can sound confusing because you may think that all of these safety precautions and measures that people are taking are caring for the whole. And yes, in a sense, there are many good-hearted people who are taking all of the precautions that they feel are in the best interest of their safety. But what I am getting at with what perhaps may be a controversial question is that if everyone was looking out for each other, not just with viruses and protections and vaccines and you must keep your social distance, but with good-heartedness. Let me make you a meal. Oh, you are sick. Let me help you get better. Let me just walk your dog for you. Let me give you money for your medical bills. If the whole planet of the surface population of humanity had these kinds of things in their hearts before separation, before greed, before me, my own, mine, you over there, yours, then COVID-19 would not be a scary monster that many of you have led it to believe in your lives. That is what I may have to say about COVID-19. And the next question, please. Yes, the next question was about cataclysms. Oh, what do you think about a global cataclysm, like a cyclical cataclysm, such as a pole shift that people talk about? And I guess sort of some of that has to do with, some people think it's a nuclear decimation. I don't know. What do you think about that? It's kind of like that movie Eternals that I saw that kind of sparked this whole conversations with myself. Like everyone's gonna die on the planet because of some big cataclysm thing happening. What do you have to say about that? From time to time, these things may happen. That's it. No big deal. From time to time, they just happen. Well, yes. From time to time, global cataclysms happen that do have an experience of a large loss of life to your surface consciousness. These lives are not always lost, as you may think of dying. But rather, let's just put it this way. There's a big mess to clean up at times. It is a big mess for someone else. It may seem stressful to live out your life with the imminence of such a big global catastrophe that may be in your mind as something scary, as an extinction event. But all is never lost when such things occur. And some people may not even notice that it has happened. Wait, you said may not even noticed. Sometimes I think you're speaking nonsense grammar, but it really has something to do with something important. Do you have anything to expound on? They have not even noticed that a global catastrophe has happened? Well, yes. Say a bunch of fast wind occurs in the middle of the night. You think, oh, there must have been a big storm. You get up in the morning and you do your morning routine. People make their coffee. They walk their dog. And they try to use their cell phone. And depending on your timeline of choice determines whether or not or what you might see over the internet or using your cell phone. If there has been a giant cataclysm, you might just see a little flood or a little volcano, but you might see that there is no cell phone service, so you panic and you don't know what to do, and you run to your neighbor and you say, do you have cell phone service? And do you? No, I don't have cell phone service. And nobody carries an emergency radio around here anymore. The TV doesn't work. The cell phones don't work. So, you think, well, what am I going to do? I'll be bored for the rest of the day. Eventually, you try to go to the store. Maybe the store is still even open. You try to live your life as normally as possible that first day until you find out some big, stuff has hit the fan. Then if you are of a propensity for a certain timeline, maybe pole shift will go by and you won't even notice, because you are not on the ride of this amusement park ride that is global cataclysm of your timeline. So you're saying this is just like, some regular thing that happens, no big deal. It might happen to you or it might not, so don't worry. I love your translation of things. See, I tell you, you may have to translate for me at times because you understand the human mind much better than I do, even though we are a part of each other. You are there, you are living it. I am merely watching from a bird's eye view, as an owner may watch a chickadee in a cage. Yeah, a chickadee in a cage having a global cataclysm? Thanks. Is it true what some people say, that at the last minute somebody's gonna fly down and pick us up? Let me be clear. This would be an instance only if the human in question to be picked up would have perished, would have graduated to the next dimension in mass life. Then, only then, are the, perhaps, how would you say, the ultra-dimensionals, terrestrials, interterrestrials, the otherworldly beings that some upon the face of your planet don't even believe exist, then and only then would they be operable to interfere. So if there's a giant cataclysm, I might die or not. And it's no big deal, right? Perhaps. Perhaps, exactly. It is only as big of a deal as you make of it. Just like life. Only as big of a deal as you make of it. Even on the scale of a global cataclysm. Perhaps, by the next time it happens, you will have forgotten all about it, just as the days turn to years, and the years turn into centuries and millennia. Well, there you go. Some cosmic musings from upstairs. I think I don't have any more questions. Very well then. I leave you in the love and the light once again upon Thanksgiving Day of your year of 2021. If the musings of the one infinite Creator, may peace be with you, and a blessed heart follow you wherever you may go. Sometimes I just need to wake up and look around. Well, that episode was also almost half an hour. 26 minutes. Hope this is entertaining. Some people are already out there watching this thing. It's kind of weird. I only uploaded it like 2 hours ago. Maybe it's entertaining. I don't know. For entertainment purposes only. Allison is a weirdo and gets together with herself to talk to her soul. I call it the Overlight. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful 2021 and 2022 and beyond. Don't know when I'm going to make more of these episodes, but maybe if you like them, you can let me know.